We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. 3rd of January, Monday. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. One who accepts one's ignorance can march on the path. One who accepts one's ignorance can march on the path. I have heard there was a Sufi Khanka. 4 women were anxious to enter the Khanka, but the Sufi went on overlooking, ignoring, and deferring them. Then a limit came when it was almost impossible to overlook. He started feeling compassion because the 4 women remained sitting at the entrance without eating, and their prayer continued because they were insisting on entering the Khanka. The Sufi thought their search is authentic. He decided to test each one of them. He called the first woman. He called the first woman and told her there is a question and your entry will depend on your answer. And based on your answer, you will find entry into the Khanka. Therefore, reply wisely. The question was simple. He said, a boat that was sailing in the ocean had sunk. There were 50 persons on the boat. You were one of them. The 50 male and you reached a lonely island. There was no one, only 50 people and you. How would you protect yourself? This is the problem. 1 woman, 50 male, lonely, deserted island. The woman was unmarried. She has not known any male. She got frightened. She replied, if such is the situation, I will not enter the lonely island. I will continue to swim in the ocean and move to the deep sea. Maybe I may drown, maybe I may die, but I will not enter this lonely planet. The Sufi laughed and bid farewell to her. He said that dying is not the solution to the problem. Self-destruction is not the solution of problem. Otherwise, had it been so, self-destruction can be the solution to all problems. This is the first group of the people who consider self-destruction as the way, as the solution for problems. You will be surprised that Most of the people come in this category. Every time life has the same problem. We go to university, we get honors, we get credits, we get degrees, but when we come out of the university and start moving on the path of life, a simple question one should ask: do we have answers to the simple question that life asks on a day-to-day, on a moment-to-moment basis? There is a beautiful song, "Life, I am not angry with you. Life, I am not angry with you. Certainly I am amazed with the simple questions that you pose moment to moment." Those questions that life asks you on a moment to moment are innocent and simple. The problems are same, whether it is you or your father or your son. Every time when a situation comes in, we find ourselves in the same quandary. To live somehow and die. Then you are reborn again. But this process of birth and death does not solve any problem. You are born again, a day dies, you are not able to solve your problem or respond to it wisely, respond to it with awareness. That day vanishes, the opportunity is lost, another day comes, another opportunity comes, the same quandary, the same world, and things go on repeating themselves on a moment-to-moment basis. The wheel of time continues to move, goes on mopping without a break, no power can fury its ebb. It has been going and shall go forever. The only time this wheel of time can stop, when you live with awareness, you learn to resolve these problems with awareness. The song goes beautifully, "तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी, तेरे मासूम सवालों से हैरान हूँ मैं." I am not angry, O life, with you. Certainly I am amazed, struck dumb, bemused with the innocent questions that you ask. The repetition goes on, the wheel of time continues. When you lose the opportunity, day vanishes into the oblivion, and you lose the opportunity. Life gives you another opportunity by giving you another day. If you change, if you understand, it is like on the cricket field. You have to understand the nature of the pitch, the nature of the bounce, and adjust your strokes according to that. If you are not able to read the bounce on the pitch, and when there is a bounce, how you have to bring your bat and pad together to play, you are going to lose your wicket and you lose the opportunity. If you understand this, read the situation, a solution can come. By dying, no solution can come. Once you die means lose the opportunity, the time has dissolved, you will remain the same. If you have not learned from your mistake, you will go on repeating the same mistake over and over again. You will be given another opportunity. Life is very generous, keeps on giving you opportunity on a moment-to-moment basis, but you go on missing every single opportunity. If you find that self-destruction is the way, is the solution to your problem, you will keep on repeating again and again. Whenever you find that there is a quandary in your mind and you are not finding the solution and there is no way out, the mind will say to die, commit suicide. Such is the essence of your journey of life together. Nothing gets solved through this. Solution remains there and it keeps on looking into your eyes and you find yourself helpless, not understanding the nature of the pitch, the bounce, the pace. This is what is known as timing. You have to time the ball. Only then you can play a stroke. First you understand the nature of the bounce, nature of the pitch. Adjust yourself to the circumstance, to the situation, and then play stroke. This is the first category of the people who find self-destruction is the only way to this, only solution to the problem. This Sufi called a second woman. She was married. She has husband, but she was in the boat alone. The same question was asked. There are 50 men and you are the only woman. The boat has sunk. You, along with 50 people, have found a refuge in a lonely, deserted planet, lonely, deserted island. How would you protect yourself? The woman confidently said, "What is the problem? There is no problem. Among those 50, I will choose the strongest one and marry him. He will protect me from the rest." Her experience was normal. That is a philosophical, a set answer. Here the situation was different. It may have been happening such in the place where she came from. She married one person and he protected her from the rest. People were making snide passes when she was unmarried. The moment she married, she was protected. one man can protect this was her experience. However, one alone person cannot protect you from the rest. How strong can be one person, but he will certainly not be stronger than the remaining 49 people. Certainly, the protection, the security is not provided by the person who marries the woman. There are 49 people on the island, they are unmarried. Certainly, it is in the normal life, the wives of those 49 people will not allow their husbands to go beyond the limit. This was the experience. You are married, your wife will not allow you to move out of the normal situation, and such is the experience. Therefore, this experience was not suitable in the new circumstances and situation where remaining 49 persons do not have their wives, no matter how strong the person could be. How can he stay in front of the remaining 49? We try to pull our past experience in the new circumstance and situation. We are driving, but we continue to look into the rearview mirror. To move forward, we look backward, look behind. From the past experiences, we try to live the present moment. We live in our life based on the past experiences, without knowing that the present circumstance is different. The old answer will not be suitable. This is how we drive. We drive again when we have to change the lane. We have to look into the rearview mirror. Rearview mirror reminds you to look backward, to look behind. At times, normally when I drive, remembering that I overlook the rearview mirror, instead I look into the side mirrors. Side mirrors are traveling side by side. Although it gives you an opportunity, it works on the same pattern but slightly different. Most of the cases, I will look into the side mirror to change the lane. It is psychological. When we move forward, we look back. The Sufi bid farewell to that woman and said that you have to learn still a lot so that you can be accepted in the commune. You have not learned one thing, that circumstances keep on changing every moment. Solution, this problem is different, and you cannot solve that problem with the past experiences. It can certainly help you, but you have to look into these circumstances and situation differently. Each ball out of 6 that a bowler bowls, you have to see the merit of each ball before you decide your line of action, whether to make run or protect your wicket. Each ball has to be that you have to play each ball on its merit. Certain balls can be played for a 4, a single ball can be played for a 6, the other ball just for a single, or just has to protect your big wicket. You have not learned to play each ball on its merit. You have to learn to play each circumstance and situation on its merit. When the circumstance changes, when the bowler is the same, the pitch is the same, but the pace may not be the same, the bounce may not be the same, bowler looks the same, pitch looks the same, but the new ball that a bowler bowls at a different pace with a different bounce, it becomes new. A new technique is needed to play that ball. From cricket you can understand this very clearly. Each new circumstance or situation needs new solution, but this is the problem with the experience. All those people who have learned something in their life, they have no solution for a new problem. That's why they run towards the masters. You can find the solution. A small child can find a new solution, but an old man will never find a new solution, because he pays emphasis to his experience, and it has become so strong that he goes on repeating that. He says, I know, I have lived life, I have many experiences. This is the essence of all that. Mind is old. It gets shattered. It has become rancid. Same way that second woman had become rancid. Her answer had become like a deserted building, a ruined building. She did not have the awakening that every moment life presents a new solution. Every moment life presents a new problem in a new format, in a new shape, just as each ball comes with a different pace, different bounce, different swing, different turn. Certain balls, they fall on the off stump and move outward, outswing. Certain balls fall on the off stump and move inward. Certain balls fall on the leg stump and move outward, the leg stump. Certain balls fall on the leg stump and moves forward towards the off stump. Certain balls fall on the middle stump and remain straight without any swing. Such is the life. Every moment life presents a new problem. For that, a new solution is needed. All sets, old solutions, those who follow a straight line, they are of no use. Their answers are rigid. Every moment you need awareness, right answer coming out of not the ruined, rancid mind, but true awareness. That woman was rejected. Her answers were rancid. Someone is born in a Hindu family, next one born in a Christian family, another was born in Muslim family. They all have set answers based on their scripture. This is how Holy Prophet did. I must follow his path. You are following the actions of Holy Prophet or your Hindu gods and goddesses, not their awareness. It is important to follow the awareness of Jesus. It is important to follow the awareness of Muhammad. It is important to follow the awareness of Krishna and Ram, not what they had given an answer in a particular situation. Not the answer which Krishna gave to Arjuna on the battlefield of Mahabharata. That answer is not for you. Everyone has one set answer, and you are looking for those answers and living your life. Mahavir happened 2500 years ago. Krishna happened the same way. Jesus happened 2000 years ago. Krishna happened nearly 5000 years ago. Buddha happened 2500 years ago. The circumstances, the situation, during times of Buddha there was no Wi-Fi. During time of Ram, Krishna or Muhammad there was no Wi-Fi. Now there is Wi-Fi, there is internet, there is Google. The way of life has changed completely. The consciousness has changed. But you are living with the same old answers, old solutions. You have forgotten that now this problem that was there at the time of Muhammad is not there same way. During the time of Muhammad there was no Audi. During the time of Krishna there was no Audi, there was no Benz, there was no Jaguar, there was only chariots and horses. Do you want to still ride the horses? Do you still want to ride the donkeys to carry your trading substance? Or you want to use the modern day means of transportation? You are very intelligent to use the new model of the smartphone. Muhammad never used any smartphone. Krishna never used any smartphone. Buddha never used a smartphone. But you have accepted something else. But you want to use the latest model of iPhone. But you use the answer, the way Muhammad lived. Follow that tradition. There can be no one more stupid than such a person. When the circumstance change, when there is planes are there, why do you not want to ride the donkey or the horse to move from one place to another? Because this is what Muhammad did. But you want to follow the Muhammad married 4 times and a young person, so I must marry a younger one. Why don't you ride the horse to travel from one place to another place rather than traveling in the planes? The Vedas are the ancient most scriptures, and Hindus very proudly declare that our books are the most ancient. Muslims claim that Quran is the only scripture. It was the message of the gods given to humanity. It was Allah who gave this message to Holy Prophet. We go on doing all these kind of stupid things and stupid understanding and think that we can live in the present moment. The world has changed, times have changed. When the book was written, it was 1400 years ago. Hindus, the Hare Krishna people say, Bhagavad Gita has the solution to all the problems. It has answers to all the questions. But it has to be reinterpreted in the present form, present circumstance and situation. Ganges touches the bank all the time, but the banks have become old. New draws, everything has become changed, but you are carrying same 1939 map to travel into the world. How can you meet the holy Ganges? Ganges, the river has changed its route, but you are still carrying the old map. The river has left those banks, but you are carrying the map of those banks. On the lands where river have stopped flowing, you have those maps, and because of that you cannot reach the banks of the holy river. Sometimes without the map one can reach. You know, the old England has changed. It has become now. But you are carrying the old map of London Bridge or River Thames, or the boats that has been traveling, sailing in the River Thames. But everything has changed, so you cannot reach. The second woman was also rejected. Now the time was to call the third woman. She was a prostitute. The Sufi told her the same problem. There are 50 men and you are the only woman. The boat has sunk and you are reached to a deserted, lonely island. You are alone. That is the problem. How would you protect yourself? The prostitute laughed and she said, I don't understand. The boat is one. There are 50 men and I am the only woman. The boat has sunk. 50 men and I have found a shelter in the lonely, deserted island. What is the problem? For a prostitute, there can be no problem. She said, I don't understand. This is a problem. And when there is no problem, how can there be solution? This is the third category of the persons. They ask, where is the problem? Where is God that you are looking for? Where is the God that you had been searching for? Where is meditation that you are trying to do? Where is meditation that you are searching for? Prayer is useless. All rituals are of no use. Nirvana, salvation, they are empty dreams. Where is the solution? Why are you sitting squatted? Why you spend so much time in meditation? Why you offer 5 times prayers? Why are you sitting in the lotus posture? Why are you keeping your eyes closed? No one has to come. No light has to come. Why are you going to the temples and churches? There is no one. All is the conspiracy of the priests. Why are you reading the scriptures? There is a solution of the wise people. This is the game of the clever people. Don't remain in any problems, in any quandary. There is no problem. So do not worry about any solution. Why are you going to this master, this sheikh, this? For what? When there is no question, why do you have to ask? This is the third category. They have lived for so long with solution. That solution has not. They have lived for so long with problems that problem has not remained a problem. They have stopped looking at the problem. They have become so much accustomed to the problems that your eyes become blurred. There comes a cataract in your eyes and you cannot see properly. If there is a tree planted in front of your house and you stop seeing, if there is a tree planted in front of your house, you get so accustomed that you stop seeing that. Have you ever pondered sitting alone by yourself? What is the face of your wife? You have become so accustomed to that face that with your eyes closed, sitting silently alone by yourself, you cannot bring that face onto the screen. You have seen her face so much. You have become so accustomed to seeing that face that that face is no more visible to you. It never comes onto the surface. You may be able to see the outline. You have not seen her for ages. You have brought her many years back into the house. Then probably 1 or 2 times you would have looked at her. Then you forgot. Maybe the face of an unknown woman walking on the street you may remember, but the face of your wife you have forgotten. You may forget the face of your husband or your friend because you become so accustomed to that slowly and slowly you get accustomed to that. Whatever you get, whatever object, whatever face, whatever person you get accustomed to, the impact of that is lost. You have lived with your problems for so long. You may be startled, you may be bemused at the problem of others. seeing, you may be bemused, surprised when other people are looking at the solution to their problems, but you never see your problem. In your eyes, in the eyes of such people, all those who are looking solutions to their problems seems to be crazy, seems to be mad. Something is wrong with them. Where is the problem? The prostitute inquired. She was rejected. Because one for whom there is no problem, how can she move on the path or journey to find the solution? When you do not have a problem. Then the fourth woman was brought in front of the Sufi. The Sufi asked her the same question. 50 men, you are the only woman on a boat. The boat has sunk in the ocean. You somehow reached to the lonely island. The woman closed her eyes, then opened the eyes and said, I do not know. I know nothing. I am simply ignorant. Ignorant is not, in your terminology, ignorant. Ignorant is the one who ignores all the so-called solutions of the scriptures based on the experience, one who disregards, one who ignores the set answers from the scriptures, answers based on experience, is ajnani, is ignorant. She was accepted in the commune. One who recognizes his ignorance, that he has no solution. The problem is new. I do not find any. She has no set answers. Only that person can march on the path of inward journey. It is natural. If you have answer, then why do you reach me, ask me the answers? You have the answer. That means you consider yourself to be wise. You consider yourself to be your own guru. You are guided by your mind. Your mind is your master. Only one who has no answer, who has rejected all the set answers based on experience, based on the scripture, can find a master. That is why Sufi says one who is ready, the moment you are ready, the master appears. The readiness means what? We know this phrase, the Sufi phrase, we go on repeating, is like a parrot. The moment you are ready, the master appears, Sufis say. What do you mean? What is meant by this readiness? Means I do not accept any set answers in the scriptures. I do not have the capacity, the capability to decipher those answers. I do not rely on the answers based on the experience. Only such a person is ready and the master appears to him. There is a problem. The problem is magnanimous. You see no solution around. Life is a riddle, not to be solved but to live. The more we look into life, the mystery deepens. Life is a mystery to be lived, not to solve. Certain things that you had known until now, they become new to you. The strings vanish as understanding dawns. You realize your ignorance. Your ignorance that past experiences are of no use. The scriptures are of no use. The messages of the scriptures are of no use. If you can understand Bhagavad Gita, the lines of Bhagavad Gita, then you are at the level of Krishna, who spoke those, or you are at the level of Arjuna, who understood it. Then there is no problem for you. That then you don't need anyone. People come and tell me about Bhagavad Gita has the solution for every problem. Like a parrot, they go on repeating the solutions and then read the answer of Prabhupada, the propounder of Hare Krishna. Do you have the awareness of Prabhupada? Do you have the awareness of Chaitanya? Certainly not. If you have that, then don't come to me. Waste your time. Only that person who is ready, who accepts his ignorance, becomes innocent, can knock at the door of the Master. Those who still consider themselves to be wise, when I look at the comments on my posts, there are certain persons, if I make a post on the Sufi path, they go on giving me the whole page, longer than my post, this, that and all that there. Want to show that they know about all these things. Then how can there be a connection between me and you? How can you reach? How can you benefit from me? Only that who accepts his total ignorance can reach the door of the Master. Only such a person can bow down to a Master and can benefit from him. No other person. Only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day.